with all them other animals. But anyway, so I called her and she said, well, she's grooming him right now. I said, she is? And she said, yeah. I said, well, honey, don't wake him up because, you know, they give him a shot to put him to sleep. And I said, don't reverse that shot. I said, because he gets so sick on the way home. I said, let him wake up naturally. And, you know, she said, okay. And she said, when she starts bathing him, I'll call you. So, honey, it wasn't 20 minutes later. She called me. So I said, I'll be right down there. So, you know, James, by that time, had already went to bed. And, well, maybe he was upstairs. Yeah, he was upstairs. He wasn't in the bed yet. And I said, well, honey, I'm going to go on down there. I said, we'll be fine. And so he went on to bed, and I went on down there. Honey, I tell you what, when she told me, she said, now, he's not really asleep because they didn't give him a real good shot to put him to sleep. They just made him drowsy. So, honey, and he was a little bit still get wet and I didn't take the camera with me, but she brought him out there, honey, and his eyes were bigger than saucers. He was so cute. His little paws were still wet, and he has a rat tail. Good grief, it's so ugly. So, honey, you know, me going up and down them steps, and, you know, James Toad asked them if they would help me carry him out to the car because I'm such a klutz. So, anyway, honey, it cost $65 to get him cut. And James said, here, give her a $10 tip because, you know, we thought she'd just have a time out of him. So when I gave her that $10, she said, you don't have to give me that. I said, no, honey, we know how bad he was. She said, he really was. And I said, well, we know you had a time out of him. She said, I didn't. She was real sweet, but she took the $10 tip because I wanted her to, you know, and she helped me. She packed him out of the car for me in that carrier. So we started on home, honey, and he was still daisy, you know what I mean? Them eyes bigger than saucers, like, you know, what in the world's going on? And, honey, he was so good coming home. He really was, until we hit the holler. He started spitting up a little bit, you know. It's like an old hound dog, just old thick saliva hanging down in big strings, you know. So, honey, I got him out of the car, and I put him up on the porch, and I went and unlocked the door, and I opened up his little door, and, honey, he just flew into the house. I mean, as fast as he could go. But, you know, when they clip his toenails, you know, he don't have a grip on the carpet, and he walks like a, I don't know, like a drunk cat. It's hilarious, really, but when James seen that rat tail, James said, ooh, he should have had a poof. I said, yes, he should have. Look at that rat tail he's got. And he said, yeah, I believe the poof looks better. I said, yeah, it does. But she sort of gapped him on the face. But I tell you what, he's such a big old heavy cat. And she sort of clipped some of his whiskers on this side. But I tell you what, it's worth it. And he seems like he's doing better that whole day. You know, when I come home, I said, here, honey, you can get up here and lay down with Mommy. Honey, he wouldn't even let me touch him. For 30 minutes, I chased him around the house trying to get the slobber that was coming out of his mouth and dripping down on the carpet. And he'd run from me. He wouldn't let me touch him. 2 times I got him and pulled that old slobber off his face. And, honey, then he just ran and hid, and I just went ahead and laid down. Well, I had to get James up about 1 o'clock to go to work, and so I went ahead and got up, and I still couldn't hide no hair of Jasper, couldn't find him. I went upstairs and looked for him, honey, and there he was, honey, behind. James was asleep in the recliner upstairs in our bedroom, and there he come out from behind that chair. Went up there to be with Daddy. But anyway, honey, I got James ready to go to work, you know, and he saw Jasper, and Jasper still wouldn't let us hardly touch him, you know what I mean? He was mad at us. But, got him off to work, and so I said, well, Jasper, I got to lay back down. I've only had a couple hours sleep, and I said, you can lay down with me, and honey, he wouldn't do it. Went off and hid again. Well, when I got up, it's about 4 o'clock. James left for work about 2, and I got back up about 4 o'clock. I hunted this house high and low for that cat. I could not find him. He'd hid himself good, and he wasn't underneath the couch this time. He was upstairs somewhere. And I was upstairs folding clothes and doing a few things, you know, and there he come out of the little bedroom, honey. Doing that drunk catwalk because he ain't got no toenails, you know. Excuse me. Excuse me. But I'm going to insert some pictures of before and afters of him so you all can see it. And I tell you what, I was just so tired yesterday. I didn't even bother to try to make a video about it. And but anyway, that's my Jasper story. And I hope y'all have a good weekend. This is Melissa reporting from up in the holler. Bye, everybody.